Hello everyone, this is Mystic Goddess with your general reading. So today we're going to see the true intentions of the person coming toward you. This reading is for everyone of every zodiac sign, so feel free to switch the energies around as needed. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into these messages. Give me messages please, Holy Spirit, for everyone that watches this reading. When it comes to the person coming toward my viewers, what are that person's true intentions toward my viewers when it comes to love? What are that person's true intentions toward my viewers when it comes to love? Two more shuffles. All right, so let's see what comes out here. All right, so at the bottom of the deck, we have the Hanged Man. Someone's intention is to buy time. It's also giving energy of this person waiting or procrastinating. With the Judgment card being in reverse, they keep doubting themselves. It's giving energy of them flip-flopping. So there are times when they want to take action toward you in hopes of taking the relationship in a new direction. But there are other times when they feel like nothing that they do will work. For some of you, this person is just sitting around feeling sorry for themselves. At the top of the deck, we have the Ten of Cups. So they view you as their happily ever after. And this is someone who feels as though the two of you can be really happy with one another. But with the Judgment card being in reverse, they could feel like they did something that they can't come back from. So they're a little bit lost at this point. Give me more. Yeah, it's coming out like this is not your first go around with this particular person. I feel like there's a failure for them to learn lessons, or they lack self-awareness, okay? It's almost like they just keep doing the same things over and over. So there's a lack of direction on this person's part. They are having a different perspective when it comes to you or when it comes to the relationship, but they feel like they're a little stuck in their ways, or they feel like if they were to approach you in regards to the two of you having a new start, it wouldn't really get them anywhere. But like I said, that stems from something that they did that they feel like they can't come back from. Give me more. What are this person's true intentions toward my viewers when it comes to love? But they do want you to see them differently though, but what they don't understand is they have to move differently. We have the Moon card and it came out crossing. There's a lot of fear on this person's part. Also, there could have been a time when they lost their composure, or they started doing some things that you viewed as weird. So they want to come toward you in hopes of proving that they have regained composure, and like they're not an emotional wreck. So if this hasn't happened as of yet, it could in the future, where this person does something that you view odd, or they send you some mixed signals. But if you really pay close attention to what they're doing, you'll realize that this is someone who's on edge mentally. At the top of the deck, we have the Four of Pentacles. So their intention is to hold on to you. They also want to keep you holding on. They want to come off as balanced. They want to come off as someone who has done some self-reflecting, someone who is very much in control of themselves, okay? But like I said, this person either lost composure, or they had some type of breakdown, and they're worried about how you view them. At the top of the deck, we have the Four of Wands in reverse. So this is clearly someone who is not stable mentally nor emotionally, okay? But I also feel like there are certain things that they're going through that's causing them to be on edge mentally. There's some instability surrounding this person. They feel like if they were to come toward you, they would be unwelcome. What in the world did this person do? If there was a breakup or a disconnect between the two of you, they may not have handled it well, or they could have done some things out of spite. Okay, so now they think that you no longer want to be with them. Now, also, for those of you who have gone through a breakup with this person, there could have been a point in time when they made it seem as though they were happy that the two of you broke things off, or they can do better than you. Like they are going out and finding their happily ever after. They're not thinking about you. They're not still holding on to the connection. For some of you, they may have even made it seem as though they had lost feelings for you, but that couldn't be the furthest from the truth. This is giving energy of someone who is spiraling. Give me more. So at some point, this person wanted you to think that they didn't want to be with you. But with the Hermit card being here, it lets me know that they're going to come in giving you some clarity in regards to still holding on to you. They're actually holding on to you very tightly. We have the Magician card and it came out crossing. So they have been manipulating you in some way, but I feel like it's indirectly. There's some trickery. There is some trickery going on, or some deception on this person's part. They're trying to make it seem as though they're not focused on you. They may even be trying to give you the illusion that they're fully focused on someone else. But see, in the back of their mind is you. There's still a lot of passion that they have for you. And there's a part of them that feels as though they messed things up. So there's something that they did that was a bit cunning. It involved illusion. It involved deception. But they didn't get the reaction from you that they wanted. It's coming out like it backfired on them. It may have even pushed you away, or it made you look at them differently. They could have taken things too far. They're actually very much in love with you, but they have a really weird way of showing it. At the top of the deck, we have the Knight of Swords. So they did something without thinking. Also, their intention is to get your attention. They want you to be focused on them, but they're going about doing it in the wrong way. For some of you, there's either certain things that they're saying or posting to get your attention, but it's not being received in the way that they want you to receive it. It's actually either rubbing you the wrong way or it's turning you completely off. Give me another card. What are this person's true intentions toward my viewers? Yeah, whatever they did, it may have been dirty and low down. They were trying to put you in your feelings. They came off like they had absolutely no regrets about it. They came off with a lack of remorse, but in reality, they're in their head about it. Now they're contemplating on how to make things right. How to make things right without looking vulnerable. What are this person's true intentions toward my viewers? They actually want to work on the relationship with you. All right, we have the Three of Swords. Yeah, they tried to hurt you in some way. Make sure you don't allow them to come in and guilt trip you. For some of you, this person's going to come toward you trying to make you feel sorry for them or to try and upset you in some way. If there's been a breakup, they're kind of traumatized by it. Now, of course, they're not acting that way, but I feel like whenever they're alone, there's a lot of grief, a lot of sorrow within them. With the Ace of Pentacles being at the bottom of the deck, they're actually hurt because they feel as though they lost their blessing. They're wanting a new opportunity with you. They want to have an honest conversation in hopes of the two of you recuperating things. But it's also giving energy of this person projecting illusions. Nothing is what it seems with them. Nothing at all is what it seems. I feel like they're a bit bothered by you because you're coming off peaceful and relaxed. And they're not used to that. There was a point in time when you guys were on edge and they knew it. You were quick to express whenever you were upset, whenever you were saddened. But see, now you're taking steps to protect your mental health and to protect your peace. And this person is a little bit bothered by it. If there was a breakup, they feel like you're handling it way too well. But see, also, I don't feel like this is the first breakup that you've had with them. Now, some of you could be connecting with this person currently, but there's something a bit unstable about the relationship between the two of you. One or both of you are unhappy. Okay? It's like the relationship is holding on by a thread. And whatever they did to hurt you, whatever they're sitting around thinking about that they feel like they can't come back from, it was something that was well thought out. They sat around and planned it. They thought about it. And they thought you would react one way, but you reacted completely differently. Some of you reacted with distance, like you distanced yourself. So they tricked themselves out of their own blessing. Some of you also responded with boundaries. Boundaries to protect your peace. Give me more. So there could have been a breakup or a separation, and this person went above and beyond to make it seem as though they were not bothered, when in reality, they really were. Now they're sitting up thinking about what they did and wishing that they wouldn't have done it. They just know they took something too far. Like they wanted to prove that they were secure with or without you. They wanted to prove that they could be happy without you. We have the 9 of Wands and it came out in reverse. All right, so their intention at some point was to make you feel like they were giving up. And a part of it is because you were refusing to compromise when it comes to your boundaries. Okay? This is someone who's stubborn. They like for things to be their own way. With the 10 of Wands being in reverse at the bottom of the deck. Some of you are not going to believe this when I say it. But after they did what they did, they broke down over it. Because they knew they took things too far. And they were not ready for the relationship to be permanently over between the two of you. I wouldn't be surprised if at some point they come in confessing regret. The 7 of Swords in reverse is regret. I mean, there's a lot of different meanings when it comes to the 7 of Swords being in reverse. It can be malicious energy. So there's something that they did that was malicious, and now it's weighing heavy on their conscience. But see, they've done it before. Maybe not to the extreme that they went to the last time around, but they've done stuff like this before. It's almost like they wanted you to make a certain move to reveal that you were still holding on to them, or to reveal that you still want them. But whatever they did actually ended up causing them insecurity. Okay, they're still in love with you and they're wanting a new beginning. But see, they went too far and they did it to an empress or an emperor. My goodness, they messed up. They messed up. And also, like I said before, don't allow them to come in guilt tripping you or trying to play victim, because they know that you didn't deserve this. I don't know if this person tried to make it seem like they found better, or they tried to ruin your image in some way. Almost like they tried to instill insecurity within you. For a very small portion of you, there could have been a pregnancy involved. Whether it's a pregnancy that has to do with you or a pregnancy that has to do with someone else. But please don't force that to fit. I will say this. They took things way too far because they felt like it was the end. So they wanted to ruin you. They wanted to ruin you. But they cannot. They're unable to do that. You were crowned by the divine. You are crowned by the divine. So they can't knock your crown off. Yeah, they messed up. They did it out of bitterness, but they wanted to ruin you and they failed. But it wasn't innocent at all. What did this person do for a majority of my viewers? Give me the most specific message, please, Holy Spirit. What did this person do that was malicious toward my viewers? We have the Two of Wands. So again, there was a plan involved. It also involves some type of decision that they made and a really big risk. Give me more. And see, that card is really vague. So it lets me know that it goes from one extreme to the next for each and every one of you. For some of you, they chose another person over you, or they made it seem as though they were leaving you behind, like they were turning their back on you. They made it seem as though you were kind of nothing, or it was nothing to push you off to the side and go in a different direction. Give me another specific message, please, Holy Spirit. What did this person do that was malicious toward my viewers? Now they regret it. And the truth is going to be revealed to you. I'm telling you, this person broke down. We have the High Priestess card and it came out crossing. They don't want to tell me. I guess they're saying it doesn't matter. Look at me trying to get the tea. I'm trying my best to get this tea. And for a lot of you, it either involves lies, it involves another person, or them going in a different direction. Okay? With the Knight of Cups being at the bottom of the deck, it's almost like they wanted to show you that there were plenty of fish in the sea. Okay? Like they didn't have feelings. They didn't have feelings for you anymore. Whatever they did, it was bold and it was kind of cocky. But for a lot of you, they tried to make it seem as though they were walking into wish fulfillment elsewhere. Like leaving you behind was nothing. Like it was easy to do. They could have made it seem as though you were losing them. Like they were letting you go. Like they were getting pleasure elsewhere. But with the High Priestess card coming out, it lets me know that they don't. They're basically saying it doesn't even matter. Whatever they did was messed up though. and a higher power is in control. They were not thinking clearly at all. And I feel like their intuition was telling them not to do this. But they did it anyway. Now they're sitting in regret. Like I said, I do feel like they're going to end up confessing some things to you, making it seem as though they were just going through a lot, like they weren't thinking clearly. But when they did it, it was malicious, and it was to affect you emotionally. They went too far. Why is the Judgment card here in reverse for this person's intentions? Like it's your fault that they did what they did. They went way too far. I don't know if it was something they said, something that they did. Some of you caught this person sneaking around, or you caught them up in something, but they wanted you to catch them. And it either involved a third party or it involved a friend. Could be a family member, but they made some type of decision under the influence of other people. But for most of you, it involves someone else. They may have tried to rub someone else in your face, or they may have flirted with another person in your face. They made it seem as though they were excited about something or someone else, like you were inadequate, you were not enough. But in reality, they actually exposed their own weakness. And I know this is going to sound crazy, but I see it, so I'm going to say it. They actually did it because they were in survival mode. It was kind of fight or flight type of energy. Oh, man. But someone else was definitely in the mix here. This person messed up. And to do it to a divine feminine or divine masculine, someone who was sent into their life to be a blessing, they messed up horribly. But I do see them at some point coming in confessing regret over it. Now, they may not just come in and say, hey, I regret every single thing that I did. I shouldn't have done it. That was the worst mistake of my life. It may not be all that deep. But they're going to reveal a little bit of truth in regards to it eating them up. And they know they're wrong because the Judgment card is in reverse. That's another reason why they're procrastinating. They're waiting because they're uncertain in regards to the direction it's going to go. Yeah, they're unsure about the direction that it's going to go if they were to approach you or come to you to apologize. But they wanted to hurt you. They wanted to hurt you emotionally and mentally. So yeah, they messed up horribly. They're still holding on to you. We have the Death card in reverse. So I feel like this person has a habit of spiraling out of control, and then they become distant. They'll come back in expecting you to just let it go and the two of you to move on and sweep it under the rug. But this time they may have taken things way too far. They were completely out of control and they know it. But in reality, they actually end up playing themselves because the Magician card is crossing. For a few of you, this person could be under the influence of spell work. That's why their energy is so chaotic. It's like someone's kind of working against their free will to an extent. So that's why they flip-flop a lot. There are times when they're cool and sweet. There are times when they're nice. I feel like they're not mean or weird all the time. But then all of a sudden, they switch up and they change. But some of you definitely caught this person. You caught them doing something. Or you caught them up in some type of lie. There was a truth revealed to you. And it was too much to deal with. They took things way too far. but they wanted you to catch them. That's the kicker. They wanted you to catch them because they wanted to hurt you. This is kind of sick. So yeah, someone's intention is to buy time to change your perspective after they did something where they went way too far. They want to come off like they're back emotionally stable. They don't want to come off nutty. They want to come off as though they have collected themselves and they're capable of being more disciplined and in control. All right. They do want the two of you to continue dealing with each other, or they're wanting a new beginning. All right. But Spirit doesn't want you showing any weakness, and don't allow them to come in and cause you to doubt yourself in regards to any decision that you've made due to their disrespect. That's what this is. They disrespected you in some way, and the disrespect was loud. Now they want to come in with a quiet apology or a quiet makeup session. No, the makeup needs to match the disrespect. And for some of you, they may have even disrespected you either online, publicly, or there were other people around. I feel like people celebrated this. Like, you know, maybe not going out to celebrate, but there were people that were backing them on this. This is kind of sick. All right. And so that is the reading, everyone. If you guys resonated with this, or if you liked this reading, make sure that you give this video a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I would love to have you as a part of the Mystic family. I love each and every one of you guys so much. You take care. Be safe. Until next time. Bye.